The fluorescent lights hummed, a monotonous symphony to the silence of my cell. Sector 7, Death Row. They called it a haven for the condemned. I called it a cage. The Cerberus implant was worse than any bars. They said it read your mind, laid bare your deepest secrets, your darkest desires. Then they promised peace, once they knew you were guilty. But they didn't know me. Not really. I could see her sometimes. Evelyn. Not as a memory, not as a hallucination, but like a faint echo clinging to the edges of my perception. A shimmering figure in the crowded prison cafeteria, or flickering in the reflection of my own cell window. I stole her life, snatched it away in a desperate bid for freedom. Now, her specter followed me, a constant reminder of the sin that clung to me like a second skin. The device buzzed in my head. Not the interrogation pulse they used on the others, peeling back their facades, but something different. A low hum, a thrumming vibration that felt like residual sorrow. Then I saw it. Not a thought, not an image, but a flicker in the device's signature. A repetition, a pattern. It clicked. The Cerberus wasn't just reading my guilt. It was picking up the echoes, the lingering emotions of those who had been here before. And the most potent echo belonged to Evelyn. I learned the language of the Cerberus. Her grief became my compass, pointing me toward the prison's grim routines, towards the execution chamber, towards my own annihilation. I used what I knew to bargain with Warder, old Grishkov, a man more accustomed to cruelty than compassion, but crueler for the fear that stained his soul. I whispered a truth about a hidden loophole in the prison's security system, a leak he'd desperately try to plug, and in return, I asked for a single favor, to choose the day of my execution. He agreed, eyes flickering with both disgust and a strange kind of hope. The day arrived, suffocating gray. I walked to the execution chamber, a place that reeked of finality, with a calm I hadn't felt since the heist. The warden was there, face pale, eyes darting around nervously. The Cerberus device hummed, the rhythm reaching a crescendo, a symphony of sorrow echoing in my mind. It wasn't Evelyn whispering anymore. Her pain had become something else, something amplified, something vengeful. Grishkov stumbled back as the device on the wall began to flicker erratically. He dropped to his knees, his face pale and clammy, eyes wide with terror. He whispered, his voice cracking. "It's her. It's the ghost. She wants." I looked down at the dropped weapon, its cold metal glinting in the unforgiving lights. A symbolic offering, a twisted payment for her lost life. It wasn't about escape anymore. Justice had been served,